insights, picks, results. This is Wizard Sports Picks. Beyond the Lines.
What's going on, everybody? Matt Robinson here with another episode of Beyond the Lines. Hope everyone's having a great Tuesday so far, great week. Um, Again, this episode will air on Tuesday, March 10th for the Tuesday, March 10th NHL card. 13 games on the slate. As I've mentioned in the past, we're heating up. We're getting close to playoffs. Most days have, 4, 5, 6 plus games. This week, Tuesday's got 13, Thursday's got 14. A lot of action. So I will have 3 picks that I like. But be sure to get over to the website, wizardsportspicks.com. I'll have a few more picks over there as well. If you haven't been to the website in a while, be sure to check it out. A lot of cappers on great streaks right now. We've got NHL in full force ahead of the playoffs after the Olympic break we went through a couple weeks ago. You've got March Madness starting very, very soon. You've got all the tournaments going on for college basketball. A lot of cappers, really heavy in the win column on college basketball. So be sure to get over to the site. Check it out. Fridays, we've got discounted picks. You can grab, picks for $5. Great deals on picks. So be sure to get over there. Check it out. We've still got the email. If you put your email in, sign up for the newsletter, you get a free premium pick from the capper of your choice. On Twitter at the Wizard's Edge, YouTube, Wizard Sports Picks. A lot of content going out, posts, everything like that. These videos are shared. So I know I'm on Tuesdays regularly, but be sure to give us a follow on Twitter or X, on YouTube, so that you're getting all the content from all the cappers. We've got these episodes going out every day. We've got other video content, picks galore. So don't want to miss out. Just to recap last week, 2-0-1 finish on my Beyond the Lines episode. We did push that last pick. So 2-0-1, had one premium pick on the site that did hit as well. So 3-0-1 on a Tuesday, no complaints from my end. Obviously, always looking for those 3-0 sweeps that we got a few weeks back. But 2-0-1, 3-0-1 if you include the premium pick from the site. Not a bad Tuesday, definitely in the green for anyone that tailed along. So that's really all you can ask for in a sport like hockey. Games can be unpredictable at times. So anytime you could get a 3-0-1 night with your main picks, that's always a good feeling. So without further ado, we'll jump into tonight's NHL card. Again, reminder, Tuesday, March 10th NHL card. We've got a 13-game slate. All three of these games that I've got picks for, can be found on ESPN Plus in the US. We'll kick things off with a 7 p.m. Eastern Time puck drop. The Buffalo Sabres are hosting the San Jose Sharks. This will be the first game of the Sharks' East Coast road trip, so they'll want to get things kicked off on the right foot. Buffalo, if you didn't watch that Buffalo Tampa Bay game on Sunday, first off, if you don't know what happened, go on to ESPN, watch the replay. Probably the craziest, most exciting regular season NHL game I've seen in a very long time, definitely this season. If you like goals, they're there. If you like fights and, scrums after the whistle, they're there. I think the over cashed 2.5 times. To put it in perspective, almost a 3x on the over, which was 6.5 in that game. We got to 15 goals total. So Josh Doan with the game winner, buddy of mine. So always great to see him have not just his 20th goal of the season to get things started for Buffalo in that game, but he did score their 8th goal to solidify the win late in the third period. So crazy game. Two teams that are, scoring at will. San Jose currently right outside the playoffs. They do have a couple games in hand, so fully in the mix. These wins are important to them. Buffalo in a little more comfortable position, but the East is very jam-packed as well, so every point does matter. So I expect both teams to want to come out and have a strong start, score some goals. So while both teams are scoring at will, they are giving up goals at times. Buffalo gets the win Sunday. They still gave up 7 goals. San Jose has been known to have some high scoring affairs, especially on the road this year, especially out east. So 6 of the last 10 meetings have gone to the over. So for my first pick of this Tuesday NHL card, I'm going to go with the over 6.5 minus 120. I think we see goals early and often in this one. So pick number one, San Jose, Buffalo, over 6.5. That'll be my first play of the night. Pick number two, we're going to head out to Big D. The Vegas Golden Knights are heading to the American Airlines Center to take on the Dallas Stars. Vegas has had some struggles as of late. They haven't really been playing as sharp as, one would like at this point in the season. They're still in a comfortable spot to make the playoffs. They still got some time to get things figured out. They just don't really look as good as they could at this point in the season. So we'll see if they short some things up with their, big game against Dallas. These two teams have met in the playoffs a number of times over the last few years. So I expect to see some goals, some hits. I expect a sort of playoff atmosphere a little bit. Dallas fans are not fans of the Golden Knights. The Golden Knights fans do not like Dallas. Dallas fans do not like Mark Stone, who won't be playing in this game. Knights fans have some ill will towards guys like Jamie Benn, so it should be a good game to watch. Dallas is 11-0-1 in their last 12 games. They did drop the game in the shootout on Friday to the Avalanche. Um, you know, Series history, three straight overs between these two teams, 9 goals, 7 goals, 7 goals in the last three meetings. Dallas is 7 of their last 10 first period overs, so they're scoring goals early. Um, that Avs game on Friday was 3-2 after the first. Um, Sunday's game against Chicago was 2-1 in favor of Chicago after the first. Dallas did come back and win that game in overtime. Um, Dallas is 6-2 to over 5.5 in their last 8 games. Vegas has hit over 5.5 in three straight. You're giving me an over 5.5 minus 130. I'm gonna take it. A little juicy. Feel free to use it as a parlay piece if you'd like, but I still think it's a good price. Just need to get to 6 in this one. Feel like there's no problem getting there. So pick number two is between Vegas and Dallas. The over at 5.5. That'll be my second play. Again, a reminder that's an 8 p.m. puck drop game, East Coast time. So that is pick number two. And then third and final pick for the Tuesday, March 10th NHL card. We've got the Utah Mammoth heading out to the Twin Cities to take on the Minnesota Wild. This is another 8 p.m. puck drop. Series history between these two teams, 4-2 to the over. Minnesota is a minus 170 favorite in this game. I know the Wild have had two recent misses to the over, but the streak since getting Quinn Hughes is still something crazy, like 21-4, 22-4. So still, scoring goals at will, giving up goals at times. The over did miss in Sunday's game against Colorado. It was sort of a low and slow game until the third period. That game did get to overtime and then a shootout. So Colorado getting 2 wins over the two teams right on their tail in the Central Division, both in shootouts. You won't see that in the playoffs, thankfully. I hate when games end in a shootout. Obviously, an exciting event for fans, but it is a bummer that a whole point goes to a team based on a breakaway competition, in my opinion. That's not here nor there for this play. It'll be my third and final pick, another over. It's over 6 minus 110. I think both these teams have the capabilities to put in 3, 4, 5 goals. And neither team is just absolutely shutting the door or anything like that. So, good Central Division rivalry. Obviously, the Utah being a newer team um, in the in the NHL, but yeah. So you've got Utah heading to Minnesota, and again, that's going to be an over 6.5 at minus 110. So, just to recap. Um, Just to recap my three picks, we've got San Jose starting their East Coast road trip against the red hot Buffalo Sabres. We've got an over 6.5 minus 120 in that game. 7 p.m. puck drop Eastern time. Pick number two, we've got Vegas heading to Dallas to take on the Stars at the American Airlines Center. That is an 8 p.m. Eastern Time puck drop. We are on over 5.5, minus 130. Dallas is minus 148 favorites in that game. Third and final pick, Utah, Minnesota. In Minnesota, we've got an over 6 at minus 110. Uh, those are my three picks for this Tuesday NHL card. Again, we've got a 13-game slate. I will have a few more picks on wizardsportspicks.com, so be sure to check those out. Check out the other picks from some of the other cappers on there. A lot of NHL bettors, a lot of college basketball going on, NBA, baseball is starting to get going. So you name it, it's on there. Be sure to check out every episode of Beyond the Lines. They drop daily on the website and on our YouTube channel, Wizard Sports Picks. Yeah, that's it for me for this week. Thanks again for all the support, all the comments, shares. It doesn't go unnoticed. And I will be back next Monday for another edition of Beyond the Lines. Everyone have a great Tuesday, a great week. A lot of sports in full force right now. Have a great week, a great weekend. And I will catch you next week on another episode of Beyond the Lines, brought to you by wizardsportspicks.com. I'm Matt Robinson, and I will talk to you later. Cheers.